afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Math 30-2, Midterm Review, Part 2. Counting. Now, first question. Actually, question number 5. You roll a standard die and flip a coin. Draw a tree diagram to show all possible outcomes. Tree diagram. When you roll the standard die, you have 6 outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The tree diagram goes like this. And then you flip a coin. You have heads, tails, and I have to kind of spin. I get neat, and I fail, but you get the basic idea. So there we go. And note there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 possible outcomes. Verify that you have listed all possible outcomes using the fundamental counting principle. Well, how would you prove this stuff? There are 6. Oh, don't be like that. Not when people are watching. There are 6 ways to roll the die. 6 outcomes, and there are 2 outcomes when you flip a coin for a total of 12. Okay. Camera Club, so question 6, the Camera Club is 15 members, and how many ways can all the members be arranged in a row for a yearbook photo? Well, note there, order is not important, so 15 for the first choice, 14, 13, that's 15 factorial, which is 15, we'll choose 15, which is whatever number that is. Actually, we should calculate it, shouldn't we? 1.31 times 10 to the 12. And just double check. 12 math. There. 12. Oh, sorry. 12p12. Forgive me. Mother of poopiness. 15 math. It's 15, not 12 people. I hate this getting old. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Just sit there and laugh at me. Anyway, notice, since order is important, we have 15 choices for the first, 14 for the second. Yes. So, 1.31 times 10 to the 12 ways to get them to line up. Let's see if I can do the next one without screwing up. The club chooses the president, vice president, and treasurer. Now, here, order is important. So that makes it a permutation. So that's 15 people, choosing 3. Now, Mr. Calculator says 2730. So I want you guys to double check my math. Now, if you're having trouble with that, remember, it's 15, I'm choosing 3 people, 15 for the first, 14 for the second, 15 for the third. Which is 2,730. Sorry, more than one way to do this. Most people would do it as a permutation. Some people might do it just counting. Whatever floats your boat. Now, same 15 members. For part C, Jill and 2 other members must be chosen to take pictures for the next football game. Well, you're choosing Jill. There's one way to choose Jill, and then you've got 2 other members. So how many are left? 14 people, and you're choosing 2. Now, in the math, that's 1. Now, when I did it, 14C2, I got 91 for a total of 91 ways. Choose Jill and 2 others. Check my math for me. Okay. Now, number 7. A softball team has a record of 13 wins and 5 losses. How many different ways could this record have occurred? Well, I want to point out 13 wins and 5 losses is 18 games. that's 18 ways you can choose those, 18 factorial ways. But there's 13 identical wins and 5 identical losses. Now, use your calculator to plug those numbers in, and I want to point out, when you do this, 18 math factorial, 5. Now, be careful when you do this. You can do this in one step, but you're dividing by 5 factorial, not multiplying. So it's 8, 5, 6, 8. 8,568 ways to play 18 games and win 13 and lose 5 of them. Be careful about that. Next question, solve for n. NP2 is 30. You're like, oh god, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Now this is popular on the diploma. If you're not writing the diploma, relax. I might throw one of these at you, but probably not. Now, what does NP2 mean? Well, if you remember the formula, that's n factorial, n minus r factorial. In this instance, that's r is 2, so this is n factorial, n minus 2 factorial. That equals 30. Now, I'm going to ignore the 30 for the moment. I want to look at n and n factorial and n minus 2. Remember what factorial means. So for the n factorial, that means n multiplied by the number 1 smaller than that, n minus 1, multiplied by the number 1 smaller than that. And I stop there, n minus 2 factorial, because n minus 2 factorial is my denominator. N minus 2 factorial, n minus 2 factorial cancels out. And n times n minus 1. And here if I go, I should include my 30. Now I'm going to pause for a sec, so you understand this. Okay? Now what are we going to do? I'm going to FOIL this out. N times n is n squared, and then minus n equals 30. Subtract 30 to both sides. N squared minus n minus 30 equals 0. Now we have a quadratic. How do we solve for quadratics? Well, we have to factor them. Now, we actually did factoring beginning of chapter 4, but since this is a quadratic and I expect you to be able to factor it, let's factor it now. Okay. Now, what two numbers multiply together give you n squared. N and n. Now, what two numbers add together to be minus 1, n, minus 1, but multiply together to be minus 30. So what we need are the factors of minus 30. Well, minus 30 is 130, minus 130, or 1 and minus 30, neither of which add up to be minus 1. 2 and 15, minus 15, no, will not add to be 3, 10, no, 4 to 5. Wait a minute. N minus 6 and plus 5. 6n, 5n, n minus 6 times n plus 5. Yes, so we have a quadratic we have to solve. And yes, I expect you to be able to solve these. So, n minus 6 is 0, n plus 5 is equal to 0. Then what do you do? Add 6 to both sides. N equals 6, or subtract 5 on both sides, so you're solving for n over x or whatever. So you have two possibilities, 6 and minus 5. So go back up here. Can we have minus 5 choosing 2? No. It must be 6. You don't have to get all fancy. You're supposed to say we reject this because it doesn't work. Don't worry about that once you do it. Okay? So n is 6. That's what I need here to do. And now you see why it's a popular question, because there's quite a bit of work. There's permutations, data calculation, there's solving quadratics, factoring, a whole bunch of stuff. Long homework question. Anyway, I'm going to pause here, and then we're going to go on and talk about the next question. All right? So if you've got any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, good luck. Keep on going. Keep on going.